Good evening, everyone. I'm from Group 3, and my name is Chia Yun Dong. Today, I will be presenting our topic, Information Technology Infrastructure Library. The company selected for our case study is Maybank. This slide presents the organization background and IT service management challenges of Maybank. Maybank is the largest financial provider in Malaysia, established in 1960 with more than 43,000 employees operating across Southeast Asia and global financial centers. The bank provides a wide range of services, including retail and corporate banking, Islamic finance, wealth management, and insurance. To support its long-term growth, Maybank introduced strategic initiatives such as Rule 30 and M35 Plus, focusing on sustainable finance, digital transformation, and technology investment. In terms of its IT environment, Maybank operates a complex hybrid infrastructure that combines traditional core banking system with modern cloud platforms like Microsoft. Through its partnership with Microsoft, Maybank has adopted cloud and AI technology such as Microsoft 365 Compiler to improve operational efficiency. However, this environment presents several ITSM challenges. First, increased digitalization exposes the bank to cybersecurity threats such as phishing and ransomware, making information security management critical. Second, integrating legacy systems with modern cloud platforms is complex and affects change and configuration management. Third, fragmented data reduces data quality, limiting analytic capabilities and the ability to deliver a unified customer experience. Therefore, implementing the ITIL 4 framework is essential for Maybank. ITIL 4 helps standardize IT operation, improve service reliability, strengthen governance, and support continual service improvement. It also aligns IT service with business objectives and international standards, enabling Maybank to manage risk effectively while supporting digital banking growth. This slide explains how the IT service strategy stage is applied within the IT service lifecycle. Service strategy is a foundational element of ITIL, as it defines how IT services are designed to create value and support organization objectives. At this stage, organizations determine which IT service should be offered, who the customers are, and how resources should be allocated efficiently. The goal is to ensure IT services are aligned with business needs and positioned as a driver of business growth. One key component is the service portfolio, which provides a complete view of all IT services from development to retirement. It helps management evaluate service based on value, cost, and risk, supporting informed decision-making, governance, and efficiency use of resources. Another important aspect is demand management. Since demand for IT service varies due to business goals and usage behavior, effective demand management allows organizations to predict usage patterns and plan capacity accordingly. This helps to prevent the system slow down during the peak periods and avoid unnecessary costs during low usage. Therefore, the service strategy emphasizes value creation and business alignment. IT service must deliver measurable benefits such as improve efficiency, reduce the risk, and enhance the customer satisfaction. By aligning IT capabilities with business goals, IT becomes a strategic partner that supports long-term organization success and continuous improvement.
Hi, my name is Chin Hong. I would like to continue about the service design part. Service design is considered to be one of the most vital phase in the ITIL for service life cycles because it assesses the viability of IT service in supporting business activities in the long term. While ITILS is definite of service design imply design the system from the technical standpoint alone. ITIL defines of service design as a structured process that take into account people, partners, process, and technology in combinations enables organizations to reduce potential operation risks or failures that may be caused later in the service transitions or operations first. Furthermore, the applicability can be clearly highlighted within the case study of Maybank, identifying the core significance within the executions process due to the nature of their business operations, relying on the utilizations of their online banking platforms. Service design within the bank sector specifically place great emphasis on the operations uniqueness, allowing them to reach the goals that the structured service design methods can be provided in such aspect. Ensure that by developing the structured service design mentioned method with the operations, Maybank can avoid any negative aspect that can arise due to poor service design. The service catalog is a governing document that information technology recommends to create and utilize while design your service. It contains all current service information. In information technology, the service catalog serves to create transparency into the service you have to offer. It serves to clarify what is included with the services and what user may request based upon those services. This supports a whole lot of transparency in relation to create service delivery efficiency as stated in ITIL. In Maybank's information technology environment, it provides service for an extremely large variety of functions: core banking system, online banking platforms, mobile apps, into internal support system. When no clear service catalog exists for user, they would have a difficult time understanding what service they have access to or what step I need to take get assistance on service. Through providing our service through a structured catalog, we can document our service in a better organized way and describe them in the business language that is more easily understood by the non-technical user. Create a service catalog also helps identify service ownership and accountability. Have a clearly defined service management for service ownership allow the IT team to respond more efficiently and effectively to incident and to service requests. So again, the service knowledge management will support the other service management to process and produce service level management request fulfillment by provide a guide for reference in all service related matter. Next, service level management is primarily interested in ensure that the IT service are provided at a level which can be responsibility anticipated by the user and the business. This is typically accomplished in ITIL by the user of service level agreements or SLA, which is a more tangible way of defining the service platform performance. SLA are used to ensure that both the IT teams and customers using the service can interrupt what is meant by the concept of acceptable service in day-to-day activity. Service level management in the case of Maybank is associated closely with customer experience. Online and mobile banking are also part of the service that banking customers use day in day out. And even minor service problems can result in complaints or dissatisfactions easily. This means that the services are not all treated equally. Certain service systems are more critical, such as core banking systems have strict service targets. Other support systems are allowed to be more flexible on expectations. This form of differentiations assist the organization in concentrating its effort on the area it is need most. Service performance is normally is checking with time but not on incidents. Service data at Maybank, like the availability of service and platforms on the handling of incidents, can be analyzed to determine whether the service are overall performing as per expectations. Is is not necessary because of the single failure where service levels are not met. Simple problems that happen over and over again indicate the service design and support process should be amended in most instances. The review of SLA results thus assist the organizations in determining the area that need improvement than responding to the individual incidents. In general, service level management offer a valuable solution to the management of expectations between the business user and the IT teams at Maybank. Instead of ensuring flawless service, SLL enabled the organization to set realistic goals and stack the performance of the service within acceptable parameters. This aid in enhancing effectively communications, making informed decisions, and gradual refining of IT service as the time goes by. Designing IT service, one can easily think that service will be functioning correctly provided they are created on the basis of the operate technology, but practically this is not always so. Capacity, availabilities, and continuity are mentioned collectively as part of service design since they affect the action of service not only in their normal usage, but also in situations where there is an increase in demand or sudden problem. According to ITIL, this point should be taken into considerations at the beginning of the service life cycle to minimize issues in the future. In the case of Maybank, capacity-related problems tends to be observed at specific times the salary creating state or when customer depends more on online banking, provide that the system are designed only according to the average usage. Performance issue can emerge when the system is in peak. When the end of the previous usage trend, Maybank will be able to form a raw picture of how the demand will evolve over time. This does not prevent the fact that capacity problems will not happen, but it minimizes the case when systems are overloaded without much notice. Another issue is availability, particularly in the banking industry. The customers are used to the banking service being available at their disposal most of the time, and even failure to get the service may bring inconvenience or worry. In order to this risk, the service are created with simple preventive mechanisms, including backup components and frequent system examination. Such measure does not compatibility avoid failures, but assist in curbing the frequency and severity of service being affected in the event of failure. Another aspect in which continuity planning is crucial is where disruptions will surely occur. IT service continuity management helps in the areas where service can be reinstated following significant incidents. In the case of Maybank, this whole aspect clearly since the banking service are considered richer. Knowing that what service should be reinstated initially as well as a rule recovery strategy will enable the organizations to act in a more structured manner when there is server disruption. Continuity planning also ensures that the confusions and delay in the recovery are minimized, although it does not restrict incidents.
Service transition is one of the most important phases in the IT service management lifecycle. This phase focuses on ensuring that any new or modified IT service is introduced into the live environment in a controlled and well-managed manner. Without proper service transition, organizations may experience service disruptions, system failures, or unmet business requirements. Therefore, this phase emphasizes detailed planning, coordination between teams, and structured testing. The overall goal is to protect existing services while delivering new services with high quality and minimal risk. The main objectives of service transition are focused on risk reduction and service reliability. Before any service goes live, it must meet business requirements and technical expectations. This phase ensures that changes do not negatively affect existing systems or users. By maintaining stability and quality during deployment, organizations can avoid downtime, performance issues, and user dissatisfaction. A smooth transition also helps operational teams support the service effectively once it is live. Change management plays a vital role in service transition by controlling the lifecycle of all changes made to IT services. Every change must be properly reviewed, authorized, and documented before implementations. Changes are categorized into three types: standard changes, which are low risk and pre-approved; normal changes, which require assessment and approval; and emergency changes, which must be implemented immediately to resolve critical issues. This structured approach helps minimize risks, maintain service stability, and reduce the chances of unexpected service failures. Release and deployment management is responsible for planning, scheduling, and deploying new releases, updates, and bug fixes into the live environment. The aim is to ensure that releases are controlled and do not disrupt users or compromise system structure. Service Asset and Configuration Management, or SSCM, supports this process by maintaining accurate records of service assets and configuration items such as hardware, software, and network components. These records are stored in a Configuration Management Database, or CMDB. By understanding the relationships between configuration items, IT teams can assess the impact of changes more accurately and resolve incidents more efficiently. Service validation and testing ensures that new or modified IT services are ready for operational use before they are released into the live environment. This process verifies that the service meets both business and technical requirements. Testing activities includes functional testing, which checks whether the system works as intended, and performance testing, which ensures the system can handle expected workloads. By identifying and resolving issues early, this process significantly reduces the risk of service failure after deployment and ensures smooth, reliable system operation for users. Next, we will be talking about service operation. So service operation is one of the key stages in ITIL, and its main purpose is to maintain and restore daily IT services. So this stage has the highest level of interactions with users, meaning its effectiveness directly impacts business operations. If service operation performs well, services remain reliable and available, and the user satisfaction is also maintained. For organizations like Maybank, where IT services directly support banking operations, stable service operation is critical to business continuity and customer trust. This diagram explains how service operation manages IT issues in a structured and controlled manner. The process begins when a user experiences an issue or submits a request, which is received by the service desk as the single point of contact. The service desk plays an important role by logging the case and categorizing it as an incident, service request, or event. This ensures the issue is handled through the correct ITIL process rather than in an ad hoc way. Once categorized, the issue is prioritized based on its impact and urgency, allowing critical business services to be restored first. The primary objective at this stage is rapid service restoration to minimize downtime and business disruption. After the service is restored, the service operation does not stop at resolution alone. If similar incidents occur repeatedly, the issue is escalated to problem management. Problem management focuses on root cause analysis to identify underlying issues and recommend long-term solutions. By combining fast response through incident management and long-term prevention through problem management, service operation ensures both service stability and continuous improvement. Next is the continual service improvement. Continual service improvement, or CSI for short, ensures that IT services do not remain static. The CSI model focuses on reviewing and improving IT services to continuously meet business needs. Using the 7-step improvement process, performance data is measured, analyzed, and used to identify improvement opportunities. Key performance indicators such as resolution time, service availability, and customer satisfaction are monitored to support data-driven decisions making. This ensures improvements are justified and aligned with business objectives. This slide summarizes the overall approach to ITIL implementation and its alignment with ISO IEC 20000. The implementation is carried out using a phased rollout rather than implementing everything at once. This helps reduce risk, manage change more effectively, and maintain service stability. Before implementation, a gap analysis is conducted to identify gaps between current practices and ITIL requirements. This allows the organization to focus on improving the most critical process first. ITIL provides the best practice framework for managing IT services, guiding how processes should be designed and operated. ISO IEC 20000 complements ITIL by providing a formal standard for certification and compliance. Together, ITIL and ISO IEC 20000 help ensure consistent service quality, strong governance, and confidence for both the business and its customers. This slide shows the gap analysis for key service operation processes. The purpose of this analysis is to compare the organization's current IT practices with the desired ITIL aligned practices, and to identify what actions are needed to close the gaps. Starting with incident management, the current state is largely reactive, where incident handling depends on individual technician experience and prioritization is not always consistent. Under ITIL, incident management should be standardized with clear logging, prioritization, and escalation rules. To close this gap, the organization needs to define formal procedures and establish clear escalation paths to ensure incidents are handled consistently and efficiently. Next, for problem management, problems are often addressed only after repeated incidents occur, and root cause analysis is not always structured. With ITIL implementation, problem management becomes more proactive, focusing on identifying root causes early and preventing the recurrence of incidents. This requires structured investigation procedures and proper documentation so long-term solutions can be planned. Finally, for request fulfillment, requests are currently handled manually and without clear categorizations, which can lead to delays and inconsistent outcomes. The desired ITIL state introduces standardized request workflows and predefined request types. To address this gap, standard service requests and approval flows must be clearly defined. Overall, this gap analysis helps the organization prioritize ITIL implementation efforts by focusing on areas that improve efficiency, service consistency, and business impact.